This session today is for you, so I don't have a big plan. It's for you to ask questions to all around your project report about the submission, about content questions or whatever, because as you remember on Wednesday, end of day, you have to submit your project report. So we can talk about your questions, and if you would like to, we can also check your Trello board, your project plan, and just go through the open topics. Shall we start with that first and see if some questions come up?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll share my screen in a second. So okay, so I assume that your timeline is set up, but we will do it right now, so until June, and the project mission should be clear by the time right now. So this is what I expect. So we can just move that. So open right now. So are you finished with your content of chapter 3.2 of the main content?
Yeah, as you know, I uploaded the documents.
Mm-hmm. So then we can move that to done.
But I actually find that Ray already did some part of my job, and I just do some supplement.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's why I told you to talk to each other and to share your results, because if not, there would be a lot of repetitions, right?
It can be a misunderstanding, maybe.
No, it's probably more that you have different interpretations of your task, and as you remember, the questions of your chapters were just some ideas I offered to you, and this is why I always told you to talk about your project mission, and that's important to stay in contact, because if not, everybody is doing something he or she thinks it's right, and then you realize, oh, we have a lot of repetitions, and we are going in the same direction or maybe in different direction. Yeah. Okay, so 3.3, is that done? Do you know that?
Yeah, I saw also the document from Zoe.
Mm-hmm. So it's also done. Okay, then we will go to that prepare questions later. The introduction, is it already written? Is it finished? It's finished? Perfect. Mm-hmm. So we can move that. And the main body, so that means to bring together all the these chapters of 3.1 to 3.5, it's also done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hey. And the conclusion, what about the conclusion? If I remember, you are, Lee, you are responsible to bring the ideas together. That was the idea, yeah, that you are responsible to ensure that this chapter will be written. How far did you get?
I'm afraid that it's just start because I find several articles which some part of the articles have different opinions.
Mm-hmm.
From different person may have different opinions, so it made me a little difficult to draw a conclusion.
So each of your group has different opinions, or what do you mean?
Not each. I mean, sorry. Actually, I found some people did the artist's job, and they the other people did it to repeat, and we got maybe 2 articles with the same topic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I don't know which kind of point I should take.
Then you should discuss that with your team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this should be done probably today, so you can go on with the conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm afraid we need to discuss after this class.
Yeah.
It's quite complex, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely discuss what your aim is. What do you want to say in general with the conclusion? Will you describe a more open one that's more like analytic, that says, okay, these are the things we found out, and this is what's still open and what should be analyzed, and so on? Or do you want to make a specific recommendation?
I try to seek common around while resolving difference.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you have time after our session today to talk to each other? So maybe if you like, you can just use this Zoom meeting to talk together.
Mm-hmm.
I can leave it open if you would like to. So.
Or maybe we can use WeChat because maybe we try to get a better communication.
Yeah, as you like. Okay, but then I will move this conclusion part to this table here, June 17th. That means until Wednesday, this should be done as well. And before we talk about open questions, we should then move to this column here to see what's open and who will be responsible for what. So this is what you have to decide now. So until June 17th, you have to finish the report. The idea is to submit the report as a PDF document, right? As a PDF document to me. You can either post it in Slack, you can do that, or you can send it by email, as you like. So, but it's important that I receive that document. The deadline is June 17th, end of day. That means midnight, right? So you have the entire Wednesday. To German time, of course. So German time, that would mean June 18th in China, 6 in the morning. So I expect the entire report with every chapter. That means part A and part B. So part A with the concept and part B with the reflection part. And regarding the concept, you still have to do the conclusion and to create the abstract, if I'm right. And regarding the part B, you have to write the lessons learned, reflection of internal teamwork, and the reflection of your project progress and results. That means this is more about how did your teamwork worked out. What was good? What would we do in a different way? And so on. Yeah. So what's still open in terms of the responsibility is that someone takes over the responsibility to finish the report. That means to finish the formatting, to bring together every chapter in one document. And that part, who would take over the responsibility for this? Who will do that? So in the end, somebody has to bring together every chapter and take over the responsibility to submit the one document to me. Who will do that? Finish the project report and submit the project report. So who's going to finish the project report? Do you want to discuss that later when you talk to each other? Then I leave that open. So it's your choice. Yeah. Then I will just tell you what's important to do when all the chapters are finished, and the person who's bringing together all this the information, all the content, has to set a deadline, because the deadline for finishing the report should probably be tomorrow or at least June in the morning, right? Because you need some time to bring together all the content and to take care that the formatting is working and that you are meeting the requirements out of the Handbook of Academic Writing. And then there is open the submission, who's taking over the responsibility to submit the report. You have to clarify this as well. And there is one maybe one part of the reflection open. So the lessons learned, reflection of internal teamwork, and the reflection of project progress, and results. Is there someone who's taking over this reflection, or will you cover this part already in the lessons learned? So probably as well something you should talk about later on. I will give you a label. That means it's open. Yeah, I labeled this. These are open topics for you, still to be discussed. Okay. What I got the information from the coordination team of the Hochschule, that in addition to the PDF document that you will send to me, okay, I will one project report document as a PDF in PDF format. And the Hochschule, the university, also needs a printed version of your project report, but this has not to be sent until June 17th. You can do that until the 24th. Yeah, that would be fine for me. Submit print out of project report to what their name, Prüfungsamt. Print out. I think I was lost because the internet connection was bad. I hope you can hear me again. So you have to, you have to submit a printout. That means a paper version, one printout to the Prüfungsamt. So,
we should send a paper version.
Yeah, but as you receive this information today, it would be a bit too tough in time. So the project report in PDF, you will send to me, submit PDF. You will send this to me until Wednesday, end of day, and you will have 1 more week to print out the document and send it to the Prüfungsamt. I think it would be, it would make sense if Chen, Su, or Li, because you are here in Germany, if you take over this responsibility.
Yeah, I will take that. At least we will take that because we still need to go to the Hochschule.
Oh, no, this is not Chen. There. Yeah. Okay. So you can send. You have to go to the Hochschule, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can send it by post, or you can. You can bring it directly to them. Okay. So when we have the presentation next week, you should then have delivered the document, and it's the presentation we have on the 25th. Yeah. Okay. So what kind of questions do you have regarding the project report at the moment? Is everything clear so far? What you have to do? What's still open? Okay, there's a chat. As always, it's a bit, so I have to stop the, okay, Ray says no questions at all, everything clear. I hope for the others too. Then, yeah, always. Okay, so then you are clear, you know what to do until Wednesday. I'm very much looking forward for your project report, and on Thursday we will have the normal lesson, and we will then, you have then the option on Thursday to talk about the presentation, because this is your next work package. Yeah, when you've finished your project report, you should take a look into the where is it? Into the guideline of project work to check what the requirements are regarding the presentation and the handout. Yeah, so you will find it in your guideline handout what the requirements are, and I ask you to read these requirements so we can talk about your questions regarding the presentation on Thursday. And yeah, as I said, I'm very much looking forward for your project report and for your presentation the next week. So this is done. Yeah, I think from my side, this is it so far. If you don't have any more questions, we are done now for today. If there are any questions coming up regarding the report, please don't hesitate to contact me by email or by Slack. I will answer you as soon as possible. Yeah. So then as I said, this is it. We are done for today, and I will talk to you. We will talk to each other on Thursday at 12:30, 6:30. So thank you for today.
Thank you too.
Good luck for your project report.